Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a video about how to eat Diwali mithai, which is sweets, without spiking your blood glucose level. So at this time, the festive time of the year, it's so beautiful and there's just sweets everywhere. And I, of all the people, absolutely love Indian mithai, Indian sweets. I'm not a big fan of cookies and cakes and things like that, ice cream, but Indian sweets are my absolute weakness. And as healthy as I am, as healthy as I eat, I have a tough time resisting Indian sweets. And so I wanted to make a video of how to eat Indian sweets or any sweets in general without spiking your blood glucose level during the holiday season. So, what is blood glucose? Blood glucose is the amount of sugar that is in your blood at any given point. And so, when you eat something sweet, the level of sugar in your blood goes up. And so, your body gets this message that says, oh, your blood glucose levels are rising. We need to start producing insulin. So, your body produces insulin, which is then used to break down that sugar and to send it to muscles to store it away in the body. And so that's the purpose of insulin. And so I have my patients all wearing continuous glucose monitors. And continuous glucose monitors, CGM as they're called, it's a myth that it's only for diabetics. That's actually not true. It is actually worn by everyone who wants to, biohackers and people who are very health conscious. They wear continuous glucose monitors because they want to monitor what their blood sugar levels are throughout the day, what spikes their blood sugar level when they eat a certain food, what makes it go up, how is it through the night. So continuous glucose monitors are not only for diabetics. It's a little unit that you attach to the back of your arm or in your abdomen, and it continuously measures your blood glucose level instead of having to prick yourself every so often to check what your blood glucose levels are. And so I have my patients wearing continuous glucose monitors, and I decided to do an experiment on myself with the CGM on to see what my blood glucose levels were. So, of course, the first day I was just shocked when I ate a laddu, a Indian sweet. It was a besan laddu, so it's made out of chickpea flour, and I ate one of those because I absolutely love those. And as you can see in this first picture, my blood glucose level just shot up. And so the problem with that is that then my body has to produce so much insulin to bring my blood glucose levels down. And rising insulin and high levels of insulin all the time is what causes inflammation. And inflammation is the number one cause of most of the major diseases today, like diabetes or cardiovascular disease, heart disease, Alzheimer's. They're now calling Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes because it arises from inflammation. And so when your insulin levels are constantly raised, you have so much inflammation in the body. And so as you can see from this picture, one laddu just spiked my insulin levels, so my glucose levels so high that my body probably had to produce quite a bit of insulin to bring that level back to normal. Now take a look at the second picture, and this is where I did a few of my tricks, and you can see I just got a little spike after eating the same sweet, the same besan laddu, and you can see that my sugar levels did not spike as high, and instead my body just has to produce a little bit of insulin to bring them back down. So what are the things that I did? And that's what this video is about, to discuss the three things that you can do during this festive season to help not spike your insulin, your blood glucose levels so high and produce so much insulin. So, number one, and in this case, especially with my results that you see there, I had a bunch of nuts before I had the laddu. Now, the reason for doing that is if you eat healthy fats before you consume any kind of sweets, healthy fats like nuts, I love almonds, cashews, pistachios, walnuts, even avocado, any kind of healthy fats, if you eat that first and then you have your sweet, it will really help dampen that response for your spike in your blood sugar. You can even have protein. Sometimes if I know I'm going to go out to eat and I'm going to have a very, carb heavy meal or just sweets or whatever at dinner, then I have a protein shake beforehand. And so eating healthy fats and proteins before a meal, before a sweet dish or sweet meal or dessert really helps to bring that blood glucose level down so it doesn't spike up so high. Number two, eat your sweet at the end of your meal. So if your meal comprises of, a good amount of salad and vegetables and things like that, already in your body has, your intestines have a lot of things to grip on, and the fiber is really helpful. And so that prevents a lot of the sugar from really getting very quickly absorbed into the bloodstream. And so, eating the before a meal, having some salad and having some high proteins then and high fats, and then saving your sweet till the end of the meal. Not eating it independently, like once in the afternoon, or before dinner in the evening, you go to someone's house and they give you sweet. Try to save your sweet till the end of the meal, and that will prevent a really big spike like that. And number three, and most importantly, go for a walk afterwards. So when you eat that piece of sweet or dessert, your blood glucose levels are going to rise very quickly, and they're going to rise rapidly. And so what to do in that case is you go for a walk. They have found studies that your blood glucose level is decreased by 20 to 30% if you go for a walk within 20 minutes of having a meal. So if you have dinner and you have sweets in the end, go for a walk right away. And so what that will do will prevent your blood glucose from spiking 20 to 30% less, which means your body will have to produce less insulin to make this happen. And so for that reason, again, go for a walk after. Make sure that you really have a nice, good, brisk walk, because then the sugar is going to be used by your muscles for walking and for the energy that it needs to to go for that walk. And so it prevents it from spiking in your blood. So these are the three things that I did to help prevent that crazy spike, when I had one piece of laddu, one sweet, versus the next day, same time, but I just did these three things. I hope that this video helps you guys during this awesome festive season where, you really do want to live life, you want to enjoy your life. And so at least have the sweet, by doing these three things to prevent a spike in your blood glucose levels, and hopefully, keeping your insulin levels down. Thanks, and have a great season.